Hello everybody, welcome back to another Mystic Islands video. Today we do have a special video. Sorry for not uploading for like 10 or 11 days. Just been finishing up school and the holidays and everything like that. But we had to get this video out. Set 2 is getting me really hyped up and I really want to get my hands on some physical cards. But unfortunately the game crafter is taking their sweet time with printing out my cards. So that really sucks. But the next best thing is the home printer. So we're going to be doing that today so I can show off these cards for you. Now today we are looking at the Mage faction, looking at it a little bit closer, and we're showing you all of the cards for the Mage faction in set 2, excluding reprints. I'm going to have a video just on reprints. So anyway, let's get right into this. We're going to start with the commons, go to uncommons, then rares, and the leader. So let's do it. First card we have here is Wizardly Scholar. The most basic card in the set probably. It's a 2 attack, 2 defense for 2. Nothing much, but I do have to show you this right here. As you guys have probably noticed, for set 2, it's going to be hard to focus for my camera here, but right here, this is going to be on all creature cards from now on, going forward, all future sets. So this is the species of the card, and this is the role of the card. So basically, he is a human, that is his species, and he is a mage, that's his role in the Mystic Islands universe. So there's going to be cards in the future, probably set 4, so that set 1 rotates out. And then I can reprint with this on there because then it would get confusing because those don't have it. But I'm going to be having cards specific to humans or mages or anything that is a species or a role could be turned into a card later. So it just opens up a lot of possibilities. Next card I'm showing off here is Pyro Mage. We already had Aqua Mage in set 1 and he's going to combo with Pyro Mage later, you'll see. But he's a 1/1 for 1. When casted, your opponent discards a card of choice. So they get to choose a card from their hand to get rid of. Definitely a solid ability, a little bit of hand control, but definitely not to the level of Wicked Witch. So not looking at a Banhammer card here. We got Poised Druid as another common, cost 2, 1 attack, 2 defense. Not a huge fan of his artwork. Let me know if you guys like any of the artwork in this video, but this one I'm not a huge fan of. Kind of probably going to redraw it if it's reprinted. But it says, when casted, you may free play an ability card in your hand worth 1 or less. So this could be very useful. There's a lot of ability cards worth 1 that are actually very useful in the game. So if you can pull this off and get the right one, this could definitely help you during your game. Speaking of one of those abilities, we have Look to the Future. This is actually a card I brought back from my old TCG. Let me know if you want to see that, by the way. It's called Class Wars, and I totally forgot to show you guys, and I just thought of it now. So I could probably do that. But what this card does, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put them back in any order. And amazing artwork, by the way. Definitely a card you would want to collect for artwork. We have Written in Stone as a common here. Cost 3, ability card. Of course, the mages had to get some solid ability cards this set because, that is their thing. So they need to get some more. Set 1 was, I had to get the creatures out there. Written in Stone is basically going to have all ability cards the rest of the round have no effect. All permanent ability cards are not destroyed though. And this is idle, so you cannot counter this card. So this is Written in Stone, so once you cast this, it's written in stone. No ability cards are going to have any effect besides this one, basically, negating all of them. So good luck trying to Bloodthirsty my creature. I just negated all of your spells for the turn. We have Joom the Warlock right here as our last common for the mages. Cost 3, 4 attack, 2 defense, solid stats. More aggressive, which is unusual for mages, and it says every time this creature kills another creature, target caster discards a card. Now as you can see, discarding cards is a theme for the mages a little bit, and it's because it helps them control the game a little bit more and allows their defensive playstyle to kind of take over, which is their whole point. And he is also idle, so you cannot kill him with ability cards, which makes him a little bit more lethal. I mean, he only has 2 defense anyway, not too hard to take care of, but it adds a little bit of a dimension and makes your opponent work for it a little more. Also, if you know the set 1 card Fireball, you will recognize this. So for an uncommon in the set, we have Amulet of Sorcery. Of course, this set is called War of the Amulet, and I showed off all the amulets, so you've probably seen this one before, but it costs 4. As long as this card is active, you may pay 1 Chaos Crystal once per turn. If you do, target creature is not affected by ability cards this round. This could be super useful, especially if you are running maybe a dwarf deck or something like that, and you just don't want your guys to get picked off by Bloodthirsties and fireballs, and other things like that. This is a permanent, so it stays on the battlefield till destroyed, and you can keep reusing this every turn. So basically, this is going to help you keep your guys out, and you know, obviously that's what the mages want. This guy, already emerging as a fan favorite for this set, Azure Wisp, 1 attack, 0 defense. So normally this would just die right away, but you got to read the card. So this creature does not die unless killed by an opposing creature. So this would also not be affected by ability cards. Can only be killed by creatures. When this creature dies, put a +1 attack, +1 defense counter on target mage faction creature on the battlefield if possible. So this obviously can help your creatures, but if your opponent's running mage, you don't want to just play this guy by himself because he's going to buff your opponent's creatures. So just play it smart, and he can actually deal 1 damage, which is nice, but he can't really block anything. So play this guy wisely and when you need to. Right here we have kind of a unique card here, Obsidian Serpent, 4 attack, 4 defense for 4, very basic. Cast this creature for free if you sacrifice an Aqua Mage and a Pyro Mage on your battlefield this turn. So this is a little bit of a combo card here. So we talked about Pyro Mage earlier, so if you have this guy on the battlefield, and then from set 1, a little sneak peek, he is reprinted, Aqua Mage is reprinted for set 2, obviously, or else this combo would be a little mean. But you have 2 of these guys out on the battlefield, you can cast Obsidian Serpent for free and just sacrifice these 2 guys. So you're kind of tributing, I guess. I think that's what it is in Yu-Gi-Oh! So yeah, it's just a little added dimension for the faction. Onto our rares, we have Marletta, the Forest Druid, 6 attack, 7 defense, massive creature. Very cool looking as well. When casted, choose 1. So you get to choose from the list here. Either tap a creature, look at the top card of your deck, or cast a creature worth 1 for free this turn. This could be very useful. She's mainly good because of her stats, but it is tough to get her out, but if you can, definitely going to be a threat to your opponent for sure. Personal favorite card from set 1, artwork wise anyway, a rare Binding Electricity. Now I know some of you people love to rock forbidden spells in your deck, and others just forget about it and they just let their opponent go wild with them. Well, this one right here is a little happy medium. Cost 1, destroy target ability card. It has no effect. Then you deal 1 damage to all opposing casters. So in addition to getting rid of their spell for 1 less crystal than a forbidden spell, you actually get to deal a damage to everyone as well. So this is obviously a very good card and probably a staple in Mage faction, and you could just throw out forbidden spell. That's what I'm going to be doing. So on to the leader. We're at the end here. Mistress of Magic. She costs either 6 chaos crystals or 10 health, and she has 11 health on her as well. For her tap ability, she can tap target creature worth 2 or less. Can pay 2 crystals. All Mage faction creatures get a +1 defense counter this turn only. Can pay 2 to add 1 health to her if needed. And you can pay 3 crystals. If your opponent has more than 3 creatures on the battlefield, they have to sacrifice one of their choice, which that could be very lethal. It just takes about 2 turns to get those crystals, unless you're running some amulets, and then you can probably ramp up into that. But Mistress of Magic will keep your opponent honest, and they better not be running a bunch of creatures, or you're going to be tapping them or getting rid of them. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this wasn't the most interesting video, but I got to get these ones out there for you. You guys got to know what cards are in set 2, War of the Amulet. I'm going to be having an entire card list on the website already up there, and all these cards are already on Untap. So join the Discord down below. Definitely want to get new players on there. I'll show you how to play myself. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one.